Welcome, everybody. This is Brian Terrian from the Disability Digest here today with some tips to help you maximize your healthcare benefits, your Medicare benefits, with our resident expert, Mark Snihurowych. Mark, thanks for joining, taking the time.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Mark, I know you have told your story a bunch of times out there, but we always rely on you for coming out and sharing some information with us because you've been in the Medicare space for I don't know exactly, but around 15 years. Am I correct with that?
Yeah, about 13, yeah.
About 13. Okay, great. Great. And so I'm sure you've seen lots of different situations where people selecting healthcare. And what we have found here is when people go through and make a healthcare selection or Medicare selection, they usually look at the key ingredients of what their decision process is, which is, can they see their doctors? And are their medications covered? But for today, we're going to talk about some of the not so well known benefits that exist in Medicare plans, which are dental, vision, and hearing. So, where I want to start with this, Mark, is just to, if you could share with the audience that's out there listening what they could expect for a common solution for each one of these. And I say common because, as you know, and we know, that in any given market there could be like 20 options. So it's hard to say that, it's going to be, it's hard to pinpoint one solution in every market. But as a general rule is what I'm looking for. What could somebody expect, that is on Medicare and is looking for these benefits that they could find in their marketplace?
Well, there are three different types of benefit packages, so to speak, that revolve around dental, vision, and hearing. The first one is the Medicare Advantage plan does not include any of those things. So that's the very basic plan. That's pretty uncommon, but there are health plans, Medicare Advantage plans out there that don't include any dental, vision, or hearing. There are other, the next one is where there are basic benefits covered. Like, for example, with dental, it might be a free cleaning once or twice a year, an oral exam, set of x-rays, that sort of thing. And then there's what's usually referred to as optional supplemental benefits, where you can pay an extra premium, and that extra premium varies. It's usually somewhere between about $20 and $40. I'm just I'm generalizing here. I'm not trying to give exact numbers, but $20 to $40 a month or so, and then you get better benefits. Now, when you have the basic benefits, which is the most common scenario, a lot of people don't pay extra for the optional supplemental benefits. But when you have the basic benefits, usually what you get is, like I said, a free cleaning, oral exam, x-rays, maybe a fluoride treatment on the dental side. The vision side is usually a free or a reduced cost eye exam, and then they will give you sometimes, and again I have to generalize because every plan's a little bit different, but sometimes they'll give you a credit towards new contact lenses or eyeglasses. Usually contact lenses, it's somewhere around $100 credit. So if your contact lenses cost $130 retailed, and if you have a $100 credit, of course you're only paying $30, but you have to go to an approved provider. And just like the physician network, there is also a network of vision providers. On the glasses, usually they will provide you with a credit towards new frames and sometimes lenses, and sometimes that, or often that credit is $50, $80, $100. So again, if the credit's $80 and you buy $180 lenses, then you would be frames. Then you'd be responsible for $100. So they're not going to cover $3,000 Gucci frames at full
Yeah.
cost.
Yeah.
So they just give you a credit. Now there are some exceptions to that, like if you have cataract surgery, sometimes glaucoma, things like that, where they will give you a new set of lenses or a new set of contacts at no cost. Now on the hearing benefit,
Can I pause you there for
this
a minute? I have a question, if I could. Sorry to
sure
interrupt. I
no
just want to go back to the dental for just a minute to make sure I understand this before we get too far down the line. So, a cleaning or two and an oral exam is what you'd mentioned is available at commonly for no cost. Um,
yes
but for the 200 for the $20, it's like $240 a year, and I can see where this is going. For $240 a year, if you have a cavity or whatever it is, usually you're going to be better off not paying that, I guess, right? But if you have something catastrophic, like you need to have cap, right? Those things are expensive. Um,
Well, so usually the optional supplemental benefits are a 50% coverage. So if the cap or something is $1,000, they will cover $500 up to a total for the year. Now, one thing in my experience, and I know for a fact that this works flawlessly for some people and does not work at all for others. So I want to throw that disclaimer out there, but what I find is with dental insurance is not really true insurance typically in the sense of like car insurance or health insurance or life insurance or something where you pay a portion and then the insurance company sends a check for the rest of the amount to the doctor, to the car repair to the mechanic or whomever. The way that dental insurance typically works is that the dental or the insurance company is just negotiating a lower rate
mm,
with the dentist. So they're not. If there's $1,000, if there's $1,000 cap or something, they're not usually sending money to that dentist. And the reason for that, you just have to think of it logically. If you're spending $20 a month in your premium and you have $4,000 worth of dental work, how is that insurance company making money? And yes, I understand the logic behind, well, most people aren't having $4,000 a month, but they are paying the premium, and that's how life insurance and health insurance kind of works. But there's more cost sharing involved with those things, with those other insurances than dental. And so what I have found in the past is that if you contact your dentist or some dentist and say, hey, if I pay cash or credit card or whatever, if I pay the bill at the time of service, will you give me the insurance rate? And usually they will, because they spend a lot of money tracking people down for payment, and if they know they don't have to do that, then oftentimes they'll do that. So what I tell our clients is to, before you pay extra for dental insurance, just contact your doctor or your dentist and ask if you pay at the time of service, will they give you the rate, the insurance rate, because ultimately you'd end up paying the same amount anyways. It's just a matter of paying it at the time of service versus being billed a month later. So
what a great
that's kind of
tip.
a little tip. Yep.
Yeah.
But like I said, just again to clarify, some dentists are like, I don't know what you're talking about, and other dentists are like, yeah, of course we'll do that, no problem.
Okay. Okay.
I know, Brian, several years ago, I had $12,000 worth of dental work, which my boyfriend, quote, fiance, whatever, paid on the spot. They were so delighted that he paid it on the spot. They reduced it and gave him 10% discount. So it came down to like $10,000 instead of $12,000 because they were so delighted that he wasn't going to make payments and it wasn't going to go through care.com or which is a common dental thing. So it's not a lot of people have $12,000 worth of dental work done over the course of a year, but for me it was like he was delighted to save the $2,000.
Yeah, sure. Oh, good.
Exactly.
Thanks for
Yeah.
sharing that. Okay, great. So, all
Yeah,
right. So,
just to reiterate, it's pretty uncommon for a dentist to receive a check from an insurance company for medical for dental care.
okay.
So it's all a matter of negotiating contracts and lower rates.
Okay, great. Great. So, let's we'll get back on track, and we were just about to get into the hearing benefit.
Yeah. So the hearing benefit, depending on the insurance plan, of course, is often like the vision. It's a credit towards hearing aids for one or two hearing aids. Now, usually the credit is somewhere in the $300 to $400 range. And I will tell you, again, just a little bit from my experience, that those are not typically high quality hearing aids. But I guess, if it's that or nothing, then that's the way to go. But if you want high end hearing aids, relying on a Medicare health plan is really not the way to go. Yeah, I would not be selecting a Medicare health plan based on your needs for. Well, I wouldn't select a Medicare health plan based on your needs for dental, vision, or hearing. There's sort of extra bonus benefits, but especially the hearing benefit is not really terrific.
Not that strong. Okay. So they provide an exam. They'll say, okay, well, you need X, you need whatever it is for a hearing aid. And they will do that part, but then the $300 to $400 credit is really, again, on, I don't want to say inferior, but not the best quality hearing aids. So some
Right. I mean, if they're recommending $2,000 hearing aids, I mean, I guess the $400 benefit is great, but it's not going to make all your dreams come true.
right, right. Yeah, I've known hearing aids to cost much more than that. So okay,
Exactly. Yep.
okay, all right, good. Anything else on these dental, vision, and hearing benefits?
I mean, no. The main thing just to remember is that if you do have an HMO or a PPO, you can't you need to verify, just like with a doctor, and theoretically a pharmacy. You need to verify that the provider you're using is in network before you go see them, because you don't want to go to a vision, an optometrist or ophthalmologist, and then find out that they're not covered, and
Mm-hmm.
then you have to pay out of pocket for that. So just
Okay,
verify the
okay,
network.
all right.
Before you go.
All right. So one other benefit that we see sometimes out there is incentives for individuals to go to their doctor, or just straight like cash back. What do you know about these types of benefits that are out there?
Well, so to be honest, I'm not certain as to what you're referring to in terms of cashback. Do you mean the Medicare Part B
Ye-
buyback?
Right, right, right.
Yeah, okay. So the Medicare Part B buyback is when the insurance company, it's an incentive, like a carrot, like anything else, to get you to a competitive edge, sort of, to get you to enroll in their plan. So, the typical Medicare Part B premium for 2019 is $135.50. And there are some plans, and I will tell you it's pretty uncommon nationally, but there are some plans in some counties that will reduce that Medicare Part B premium. So let's say that they pay the entire Part B premium. So because your Medicare Part B premium for most people, or all people that are drawing Social Security, the Medicare Part B premium is deducted automatically from the Social Security check. The exception is people that are not currently drawing Social Security because they're waiting until they're 70 or whatever. They have to pay quarterly. But for the people where it's deducted automatically from their check, well, then their check is just going to go up every month by $135.50. Or some plans will do a Medicare Part B buyback of $35 or $100 or whatever. So whatever the buyback is the amount that the insurance company is going to pay on your behalf. So if it's if they're paying $100, well, then of course you'll still have $35.50 deducted from your Social Security rather than $135.50, and so your check will increase. But again, that's definitely not a common benefit. It is available, especially.
That covers the general extra little known categories that we've come up with. Is there anything that you can think of, Mark, that I may have missed in my line of
Yeah.
questioning that would be good for people to know?
Yeah, so some other benefits that are frequently included in Medicare Advantage plans are a fitness benefit of some sort, whether that's a free gym membership or whether it is a credit towards a gym membership. So there's the Silver Sneakers program,
Mm-hmm.
Silver and Fit program, and a couple others, where you basically just have to show your enrollment or your membership cards for the Medicare Advantage plan. If they're participating, you can, like Silver Sneakers, you can go to silversneakers.com and look up all the gyms in your area. You just need to verify that your health plan participates with Silver Sneakers. And then there are other carriers that will give you, if you have a gym membership, let's say the gym membership's $25 a month, well, their benefit might be $20 a month, so now your gym membership's only $5 a month. You have to submit a claim to get them to pay that. Now, additionally, there is a transportation benefit with some carriers.
Ooh.
Where they will provide you with a certain number of one-way trips each month. Each year. It might be 12, 15, 24, 40 one-way trips, because of course some people are able to get to the doctor with a friend or relative, but they can't get home, or vice versa. So that's why they do one-way trips rather than round trips. And just like with everything else, there is a network provider. You can't just call Uber or your local taxi company. You need to make sure that you're using a local transportation provider that is in network with the insurance company. Now, another little sort of thing that most people need to understand is it's not like Uber or Lyft or taxi where you can call now and they show up 10 minutes from now. You need to plan ahead. Usually it's a minimum of 24 hours, and sometimes, if you can give more notice, they like that, because it's often not a one-on-one transportation service. It might be a shuttle bus of sorts where they're picking up, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 other people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Also, many Medicare Advantage plans include an OTC or over-the-counter benefit, where you might get $20, $30. Well, I think 30 is a little high maybe, but $20 a month or maybe $50 a quarter in over-the-counter items. And now, what over-the-counter items are many of the items that you might see strolling the pharmacy aisles at the grocery store or at Walgreens, such as Tylenol, aspirin, ibuprofen, cotton swabs, sunscreen, Pepto-Bismol, vitamins, those sorts of things. And you can you have a catalog, and let's say it's $50 a month in benefit. You can order, or $50 a quarter in benefit. You can order $50 a quarter in over-the-counter items, Band-Aids included, things like that, and they will mail them to you for free. Now, if you go over the $50, then of course you have to pay for, if you stay at $50 or below, they'll mail it to you for free, no shipping or anything. If you go over $50, let's say now you're at $60, well, then your bill would be $10 plus shipping. So, and it's typically a use it or lose it benefit, so you can't go all year and then and then try and use $200 at the end of the year. That's typically not how it works. Now, what I try and encourage people to do, and believe it or not, people actually do this, is stockpiling things. Sometimes you can get Band-Aids, and you might not need Band-Aids, but you can throw them in stocking stuffers for your kids or grandkids or something, and or just get extra stuff. You might as well take advantage of that benefit. So,
what a great idea.
Also, most health plans have a smoking cessation program at little or no cost. If you are a smoker and desire to quit smoking, they can help you with that. Many of them have a nursing hotline where you can call 24 hours a day and ask questions. Some of them have a health and wellness benefit where you can get some coaching on nutrition and other things like that. So there are a lot of additional benefits that might be available with the health plan that's certainly worth looking into and taking advantage of those benefits. I mean, it's you can get a few tips here and there, some free items here and there. You might as well get them. So
Yeah. Wow. Thanks for bringing that up. I had, some of these I had just no idea. No idea.
one last thing that we have not mentioned yet, because it's part of the traditional health plan as opposed to the extra unknown benefits, is the mail order prescriptions. A lot of people don't realize that they can, they might have a generic or a tier 1 or 2 prescription drug that might be $3 or $8 or $2 or whatever it is a month. And oftentimes we can get some of those drugs at no cost if they order them as a 30-day supply through the mail. And of course, not all drugs can be sent through the mail. Controlled substances, typically liquids or heat or cold sensitive medications, cannot be sent through the mail. But, your typical common high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, cholesterol drugs, allergy drugs, those sorts of things are often inexpensive and can be sent through the mail at oftentimes at no cost. So that's a nice little cost savings there as well. So if you do have a plan that includes all of these extra benefits, plus the dental, the vision, the over-the-counter, I mean, you could save yourself a few $100s a year just by tapping into the benefits available to you for free.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking. There's people I expect that are on these plans that have no idea about, just like the stocking stuffer idea. I mean, the OTC feature. That's beautiful. Okay, great.
Now,
Wow.
Again, just to clarify that not all plans have all of these benefits, and it can vary from plan to plan. Some plans don't include these. Some of them do. Some of them have better benefits than I referenced. Some of them have worse benefits than I referenced. And that's why it's important to just understand what you're signing up for before you do it, which of course is
Yep.
always wise.
Yep. Signing up, or if somebody has this, they may not be aware of the extra features.
Exactly.
I expect. Okay, good. So I just want to recap here for what we've covered. I came up with 10 different features: dental, vision, hearing, transportation, fitness, like the Silver Sneakers gym membership, the OTC feature where you can get different brand name goods at the drugstore. For smokers, assistance to stop, a nursing hotline, health and wellness coaching, and mail order drugs. 10. Beautiful. That's great. Well, listen, Mark, thank you. This has been awesome, and helping individuals understand what's possible out there. For those of you that are listening and might be saying, well, geez, am I on the right plan? Does my plan have this? Or I want to look into it. You can just scroll down below the video here and look for the green button and click it, and we can put you in touch with a Medicare expert, I expect, if you're in any of the states, any of the United States, that can help you go through and sort through this for free and provide you with plan options, review your plan, etc., so that you can make sure that you are maximizing your Medicare. So again, Mark, thank you very much for coming out today and helping us understand these 10 little known benefits.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.